It was always a case of, I guess the magnitude of his victory, but really the hard work begins given how divided the Congress is.
Yes, exactly. Now we'll have to see. Bolsonaro, he is still speaking today, and he hasn't really announced any specific measures yet, but that's what we're looking for now. Measures and the first names of his government to kind of see how he's going to get these things done in Congress, and we don't know that yet.
We can see that the victor, I should say, of this presidential election in Brazil, speaking in front of his house in Rio de Janeiro, speaking with his family, hugging his supporters, talking about how it wasn't just his victory, but really a victory for all those who supported him. Julia, he has spoken about wanting to privatize state assets, wanting to enact reform to try and fix this ailing economy. Do we have any details? Because the market on Brazilian assets has rallied as though this is kind of a one-way bet.
The market rally is mainly focused on his choice of economic advisor. Paulo Guedes is a very liberal economist, has said he wants to privatize everything, but we don't have a lot of specifics. We don't know what their plan for pension reform is exactly. We don't know what their plan is for tax reform. They have said they want to privatize, I believe, a little over 100 companies, state-run companies in the first year of government, but probably none of the major ones, right? Not Eletrobras, not Petrobras, none of the banks. So we don't know how they're going to actually do these things and how much money it will raise.
So in his victory speech just now, Bolsonaro saying that he will reduce the size of the government, cut government costs. He also talked about pacifying the country. Very interesting that he was saying that Brazil is home to different races and religions, and that he's also pledging for clean government. Basically, all of the things that got him elected in the first place.
Exactly. It was very much in line of what he has campaigned on, right? His family, they started with a prayer. So it is very, very much in line with what we've seen from him throughout the campaign.
In Brazil, home to different races and religions. We know that he has a history of these skeptical statements about Brazilian democracy.
Yeah, he has his first interview after the first round. Both for him and Haddad, they both started saying they will uphold the Constitution because allies, and I believe with Bolsonaro was his VP, had said something that was not very much in line with that, and said, so they have been trying to reinstate that. And Bolsonaro's, what the main criticism of him is that he won't respect democracy, or he won't respect the Constitution. So he is trying to make that point very strongly, that this will be a democratic and everything is going to be fine.
And the fact that he has to say that he will try to pacify the country after, of course, a very divisive campaign. And the fact that he's saying that he's pledging for a clean government. Corruption was a key issue in Brazil and one of the key reasons that the Workers' Party is not coming back to power.
Exactly. And we've seen, the Workers' Party first tried to put former President Lula as their candidate. Lula, who's in jail serving time for a corruption conviction. So it has been a roadblock for them. They did get a lot of lawmakers elected still. It's still the biggest caucus in Congress. But it was something that Haddad did not manage to overcome. And that left a lot of the other candidates on the way as well, paving the way for Bolsonaro to win.